Hey everybody, it's Miss Peak, and we just finished reading chapter 5, where we discovered a new character, the Tin Woodman. And in this chapter, Dorothy and the Scarecrow are in the cottage. Dorothy wakes up, she eats some breakfast, she needs some water, so they go outside and she hears this groaning. And she's like, "What's that?" So they go and look, and they discover this Tin Woodman. And he's made out of tin, but he's all rusted. He got caught in the rainstorm, and he got caught there, and he couldn't move. So they used the oil can to save him. And he begins talking to them, and they tell him they're going to go to Emerald City. And he's like, "I wonder if I can go too, because I really want a heart." He says he doesn't have a heart, and he decides to go with them on their journey. And she says, "Well, if Oz can give him the Scarecrow some brains and me back to Kansas, then surely he can give you a heart." So he goes with them, and on the journey he tells the story of how he became made out of tin, because he wasn't always made out of tin. He loved this girl, this little Munchkin girl, and he asked her to marry him, and she only said she would marry him if he would build this nice new house. So he works really, really hard trying to make enough money to build this house. And in the meantime, the girl that he loves, she lives with this wicked woman, and she goes to the Wicked Witch and asks for help so that the girl doesn't marry him. And the Wicked Witch of the East enchants the Tin Man's axe. And one by one, he loses his legs, his arms, his head, and then his body. One by one, they get chopped off by the axe. And every time, the tinsmith comes to his rescue and fastens new pieces to him. So in the end, he's not made of flesh at all. He's just made out of tin. And because of that, he no longer has a heart. And so he no longer loves the Munchkin girl anymore. So after that, the Scarecrow and the Tin Man, they're kind of debating what's more important, a heart or brains. And they kind of ask Dorothy, and she really doesn't respond, does she? She's more worried about things happening right now. She really is worried that she's running out of food and she doesn't know what she's going to do. All right, so in your reading notebook, if you go to your next clean page and you write down these 3 character names, Tin Woodman, Scarecrow, and Dorothy, and leave space in between their names so that we can write and draw a few things to go with each character. So I want you to think about this chapter and what the characters think is the most important thing right now. So the Tin Woodman, what does he really, really want? He wants a heart, doesn't he? And you can draw a heart. He talks about how important that is, and once he gets his heart, he hopes he can go back and marry the Munchkin girl. And then the Scarecrow, he really wants what? Brains, right? Okay, so he wants some brains. And then Dorothy, what does she really want? She wants to get home, doesn't she? Back to Kansas. You can draw a little house back to her home. Now, I'm going to put a survey on Google Classroom, and I want you to choose which one you think is more important, a heart or brains. Think about what you think is the most important thing. Your heart, which is in ties with your emotions, how you feel, or your brain, how you think and how much knowledge you have. Which one do you think is the most important? Okay, well, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.